King William and the Power of Kindness. Chapter 1. The Kind King. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a king named William. He was known throughout the kingdom for his kind heart and gentle nature. The people loved him dearly, and he loved them just as much. One day, while walking through his kingdom, King William came across a young boy named Timmy. Timmy was alone and looked lost and scared. King William approached him with a smile and asked him what was wrong. Timmy explained that his parents had fallen ill, and he had no one to care for him. King William immediately felt for the boy and offered to take him in as his own. Timmy was overjoyed and grateful to the kind king. King William showed Timmy the same compassion and empathy he showed to all his people. He made sure that Timmy had a warm bed to sleep in and plenty of food to eat. He even hired a tutor to give Timmy an education. As time passed, Timmy became King William's trusted advisor and confidant. He was grateful to the king for taking him in and giving him a second chance at life. King William's kindness and compassion towards Timmy was just a small example of how he treated all his people. The kingdom was a happy and prosperous place because of his gentle rule. And so, the people of the kingdom loved and respected King William even more for his kind heart and willingness to help those in need. Chapter 2. A Kingdom in Need. As King William continued to rule his kingdom with kindness and compassion, he began to notice a growing problem. Many of his people were suffering from poverty and hunger. King William couldn't stand to see his people suffer, so he decided to take action. He gathered his advisors, including Timmy, to come up with a plan to help those in need. Together, they created a program to provide food and shelter to the poor and homeless. They built shelters and soup kitchens throughout the kingdom, where anyone in need could come and receive a warm meal and a safe place to sleep. Timmy played a crucial role in making the program a success. He helped to organize volunteers and worked tirelessly to ensure that everyone who needed help received it. At first, there were some who doubted the program's success. But as time passed, more and more people were helped by the program, and the kingdom began to thrive. The people were grateful to King William and his team for their selfless dedication to helping those in need. And so, the program became a cornerstone of King William's legacy. His kindness and compassion towards the poor and homeless had made a real difference in the lives of his people. Chapter 3. A Threat of War. One day, a neighboring kingdom declared war on King William's kingdom. The king of the neighboring kingdom had always been jealous of King William's popularity and success and saw this as an opportunity to conquer his kingdom. King William was determined to protect his people, but he didn't want to resort to violence. He knew that war would only bring destruction and suffering to his kingdom. Instead, King William decided to invite the enemy king to negotiate a peaceful resolution. He sent Timmy as his envoy to meet with the enemy king and propose a truce. At first, the enemy king was skeptical of King William's proposal. But Timmy explained to him how the war would only bring misery to both kingdoms and offered a solution that would benefit them both. To King William's surprise, the enemy king agreed to negotiate a peace treaty. They met in a neutral location and discussed the terms of the treaty. In the end, they agreed to a trade agreement that would benefit both kingdoms. King William's determination to protect his people without resorting to violence had not only saved his kingdom from destruction, but it had also earned him the respect and admiration of his enemy. And so, the kingdom rejoiced as they learned of the successful negotiations. King William had once again shown that kindness and compassion can achieve great things, even in the face of adversity. Chapter 4. The Power of Kindness. As the negotiations came to a close, King William's team was surprised by the outcome. Not only had they managed to avoid war, but they had also negotiated a trade agreement that would bring prosperity to both kingdoms. The enemy king was impressed by King William's kindness and compassion. He realized that he had been wrong to view King William as a threat and had underestimated his abilities as a leader. In the end, the enemy king not only signed the peace treaty, but he also became a friend and ally to King William. He admired King William's ability to lead with kindness and compassion and saw him as an example to follow. The people of King William's kingdom were overjoyed by the news of the peace treaty. They knew that war would have brought only destruction and misery to their land. Instead, they celebrated the power of kindness and the difference it had made in their lives. King William had shown that it was possible to protect his people without resorting to violence. He had earned the respect and admiration of his enemies and had brought peace and prosperity to his kingdom. And so, King William's legacy lived on long after his reign. His kingdom remained a beacon of hope and kindness, inspiring others to lead with compassion and empathy. Chapter 5: Legacy of Kindness. Years passed after King William's reign, but his legacy of kindness and compassion continued to thrive in his kingdom. The programs he had initiated to help the poor and homeless still remained, and his people continued to live in peace and harmony. His leadership had inspired generations to come to choose kindness and compassion over violence and hate. The people of his kingdom had learned that a strong leader wasn't one who ruled with an iron fist, but one who had the heart to serve and protect his people. Timmy, who had been with King William throughout his reign, reflected on the lessons he had learned. He realized that kindness was a powerful force that could change the world. It could bring peace, happiness, and prosperity to those who embraced it. Timmy went on to become a leader in his own right, using the lessons he learned from King William to help those in need. He continued to inspire others to follow the path of kindness and compassion. King William's legacy continued to touch the lives of many even after he had passed away. His kingdom remained a shining example of what a society could be when its leaders chose kindness and compassion over violence and hate. And so, the story of King William and the power of kindness lived on, inspiring generations to come to make the world a better place, one act of kindness at a time.